the Amazon. A name that whispers of mystery and immense, untamed life. It is not just a forest. It is a world unto itself, a living, breathing entity that covers a vast portion of a continent. Here the air is thick with moisture, so heavy you can almost feel its weight on your skin. Sunlight struggles to pierce the dense canopy above, sending down ethereal shafts of light that dance upon the forest floor. These columns of gold illuminate a world painted in 1,000 shades of green, a world teeming with secrets that have been kept for millennia. The sheer scale of it all is difficult to comprehend, a green ocean stretching further than the eye can see. The lifeblood of this great wilderness is the mighty Amazon River. It snakes through the landscape like a colossal serpent, its muddy waters carrying stories from the Andes to the Atlantic. Countless tributaries branch off from this main artery, creating a complex web of waterways that crisscross the jungle. These rivers are the highways of the Amazon, used by all its inhabitants. The gentle lapping of water against the muddy banks is a constant sound, a soft rhythm that underlies the cacophony of the jungle. It is a sound of life, of movement, and of the perpetual journey that defines this place. But this world is not always tranquil. The sky can turn from a brilliant blue to a menacing grey in an instant. Storms gather with astonishing speed, their dark clouds rolling in to swallow the horizon. The wind howls through the treetops, a wild and powerful voice that makes the entire forest tremble. Rain falls not in drops but in solid sheets, a deluge that washes the world clean and replenishes the very heart of the jungle. It is a display of nature's raw, unbridled power, a reminder that here we are merely visitors in a realm governed by forces far greater than ourselves. Beneath the canopy, the symphony of the wild never ceases. The air hums with the buzzing of insects, the chirping of unseen birds, and the distant guttural calls of howler monkeys. Every rustle of a leaf, every snap of a twig tells a story. It could be a small rodent foraging for seeds, or it could be the silent footfall of a predator on the hunt. This is a place of high drama, where the line between life and death is impossibly thin. Every creature here is locked in an eternal struggle for survival, a grand and ancient play that unfolds day after day, night after night. Among the many hunters that roam this emerald kingdom, one reigns supreme. It is a creature of breathtaking power and ghost-like stealth. The jaguar, its coat, a magnificent tapestry of gold and black rosettes, allows it to melt into the dappled light and shadow of the forest floor. It moves with a silent, deliberate grace, each paw placed with absolute precision. This is not an animal that relies on a frantic chase. Instead, it is a master of the ambush, a patient and calculating stalker that can wait for hours, unseen and unheard, for the perfect moment to strike. The jaguar's power is legendary. It possesses the strongest bite force of any big cat relative to its size, a bite capable of crushing bone and piercing the thick hides of its prey. It is an incredibly versatile hunter, equally at home in the trees, on the ground, or even in the water. This adaptability is key to its success in such a competitive environment. Whether it is a capybara grazing by the river's edge or a monkey high in the branches, nothing is truly safe from this formidable predator. Its presence shapes the lives of all other animals in its territory. To observe a jaguar on the hunt is to witness a masterclass in predatory instinct. It moves low to the ground, its body a coiled spring of muscle and tension. Its eyes, burning with a fierce golden intensity, are locked onto its target. Every sense is heightened, every nerve firing. It reads the wind, listens for the faintest sound, and watches for the slightest movement. The world seems to slow down as it closes the distance, step by silent step. The suspense is almost unbearable. A silent, deadly ballet performed on the stage of the forest floor. This is a solitary hunter, a ghost of the jungle that walks its path alone. It patrols a vast territory, marking its boundaries and defending them fiercely from rivals. The life of a jaguar is one of constant vigilance and relentless effort. Every hunt is a gamble, a delicate balance of energy expended versus energy gained. But for this magnificent cat, it is the only way of life. It is the apex predator, the silent king of the Amazon, and its story is etched into the very soul of this wild and wonderful place. The rivers and lagoons of the Amazon hold their own giants. Here in the murky, slow-moving waters lurks another of the great predators, the black caiman. This is a true relic of a bygone age, a creature that has changed little in millions of years. Growing to lengths of over 5 meters, it is the largest predator in the Amazon basin. Its body is a fortress of thick, dark scales, an armored hide that protects it from harm. When it lies motionless at the water's surface, only its eyes and nostrils visible, it can be mistaken for a floating log. This camouflage is the caiman's greatest weapon. It is a master of patience, able to lie in wait for hours, sometimes days, for prey to come within reach. Its hunting strategy is one of explosive, overwhelming force. An unsuspecting capybara or tapir that ventures too close to the water's edge for a drink may find itself in the grip of the caiman's immense jaws. The strike is incredibly fast, a sudden eruption of water and teeth. Once it has a hold, there is little hope of escape. The caiman will drag its victim into the depths to be drowned and consumed. The power of the black caiman is truly awesome. Its jaws are lined with dozens of conical teeth, designed not for chewing, but for gripping and holding. The force of its bite is immense, capable of crushing the shells of turtles and the bones of large mammals. But this giant is not just a hunter of land animals. It is also an apex predator within its own aquatic realm, preying on fish, birds, and even other smaller caimans. Its presence maintains a delicate balance in the river ecosystem, a fearsome guardian of the waterways. At night, the river comes alive with the glowing embers of caiman eyes. Reflected in the beam of a torch, they shine like a string of red jewels along the dark riverbanks. It is a hauntingly beautiful sight, a reminder of the hidden dangers that lurk just beneath the placid surface. The black caiman is a symbol of the river's primal power, a silent, scaly monarch that rules its domain with ancient and unforgiving authority. It is a vital part of the Amazon's intricate web of life, a true titan of the waters. Deep within the swamps and slow-moving streams of the Amazon, another giant makes its home. This predator does not rely on sharp teeth or claws. It kills with a slow, silent, and irresistible embrace. The green anaconda. It is one of the world's largest snakes, a creature of mythic proportions. Its body, a thick column of muscle, is patterned in shades of olive green and marked with large black blotches, providing perfect camouflage in the murky, vegetation-choked waters it prefers. It spends most of its life in or near water, where its great size is supported. The anaconda is a patient hunter, relying on stealth and ambush. It will often lie submerged in a shallow stream, with only its eyes and nostrils breaking the surface. From this position, it can wait, perfectly still, for prey to approach the water's edge. Its targets can be surprisingly large, including deer, capybaras, and even caimans. When an animal comes within range, the anaconda strikes with astonishing speed, seizing the victim in its powerful jaws, which are armed with backward-facing teeth designed to prevent escape. The true weapon of the anaconda is its immense constricting power. Once it has a firm grip, it immediately wraps its muscular coils around the body of its prey. With each exhale of the struggling animal, the snake tightens its grip, preventing the lungs from refilling with air. It is a slow and methodical process, a relentless application of pressure that ultimately leads to suffocation or cardiac arrest. The sheer strength required for this is staggering, a testament to the snake's incredible physiology. It is a silent, powerful, and utterly final form of predation. After a large meal, an anaconda may not need to eat again for weeks or even months. It will retreat to a secluded spot to slowly digest its enormous prize. During this time, it is vulnerable and will often remain hidden and inactive. The life of this great snake is one of long periods of quiet waiting, punctuated by brief, dramatic moments of intense action. It is a solitary and mysterious creature, a true heavyweight champion of the Amazon, its massive form a symbol of the raw, untamed power that flows through the veins of this great forest. The dominion of predators in the Amazon is not confined to the ground and water. High above in the canopy, a different kind of hunter rules the skies, the harpy eagle. This is, honestly, a bird of incredible size and power, and it's one of the largest eagles in the world. Its talons are as large as the claws of a grizzly bear, and its grip is strong enough to, well, crush the bones of its prey. A crest of feathers on its head gives it a look of regal and fierce intelligence, and its dark, penetrating eyes miss nothing that moves in the world below. The harpy eagle's domain is the forest canopy, a complex three-dimensional world of branches and leaves. It has adapted perfectly to this environment. Its broad, rounded wings allow it to maneuver with surprising agility through the dense tangle of trees, a feat that would be impossible for eagles that hunt in open country. It can turn on a dime, dive through small gaps, and land silently on a branch, all while scanning the forest for its next meal. It is, without question, the undisputed master of this high-rise world. The hunting technique of the harpy eagle is a breathtaking display of speed, power, and precision. It will often perch on a high branch, its head swiveling, its keen eyes scanning the surrounding trees. Its primary prey are sloths and monkeys, animals that live their entire lives in the canopy. When a target is spotted, the eagle launches into a swift, silent dive. The approach is so fast that the prey often has no idea it is in danger until the very last second. The strike is a devastating explosion of force, the eagle's powerful talons closing with fatal efficiency. To witness a harpy eagle returning to its nest with prey is truly an unforgettable sight. These birds build enormous nests high in the emergent trees that rise above the main canopy, often using the same nest for many years. They are devoted parents, and a single chick may be raised every 2 to 3 years, a slow reproductive rate that makes them vulnerable to habitat loss. The harpy eagle is more than just a predator. It is a symbol of the wild, untamed spirit of the Amazon's uppermost reaches, a magnificent lord of the sky. In this world of specialists, there are moments when the domains of the great predators overlap. These encounters are rare, but when they happen, They are a spectacle of primal power. One of the most dramatic confrontations in the Amazon is the battle between a jaguar and a caiman. It is a clash of the top predators of land and water, a contest of strength, strategy, and sheer will. The riverbank becomes a battlefield, a stage for a life-or-death struggle that has played out for countless generations. A jaguar, driven by hunger, may deliberately hunt a caiman. This is a risky undertaking, even for such a powerful cat. It requires a specific strategy and a precise execution. The jaguar will stalk the caiman from the bank, using the dense vegetation as cover. It waits for the right moment, usually when the reptile is resting in the shallows or basking on a sandbar, unaware of the danger lurking just feet away. The jaguar does not attack the caiman's armored back. It has a more specialized and deadly target in mind. The attack, when it comes, is a stunning display of feline audacity. The jaguar explodes from cover, leaping not onto the caiman's back, but directly at its head. It aims for the vulnerable area at the base of the skull. Its plan is to use its incredible bite force to pierce the cranium and sever the spinal cord, a technique that kills the reptile almost instantly. This is a maneuver that requires immense power, precision, and courage. A slight miscalculation could result in the jaguar being pulled into the water, where the caiman would have the advantage. This battle is a testament to the jaguar's adaptability and intelligence. It has learned to exploit a weakness in one of the jungle's most formidable creatures. The sight of a jaguar dragging a large caiman from the water and onto the bank is a powerful reminder of its status as the true apex predator of this realm. It is a hunter that fears nothing, a master of both land and water. This epic confrontation is a raw and brutal illustration of the constant fight for dominance in the wild heart of the Amazon. The river's edge is a place of both opportunity and extreme danger. For a young capybara, separated from its group, it is a place of terror. The world of a capybara is a social one, built on the safety of numbers. Alone, it is vulnerable, its senses overwhelmed by the sounds and scents of the jungle. It moves nervously along the muddy bank, its large rodent eyes wide with fear. Every shadow seems to hold a threat, every rustle of leaves a potential enemy. It is drawn to the water, a source of food and an escape route from land-based predators, but it is unaware of the silent giant that waits beneath the surface. Lying in the murky shallows, a green anaconda senses the vibrations of the approaching animal. The snake is a patient hunter, a master of its aquatic environment. It has been waiting, perhaps for hours, for this very moment. Its long, muscular body is perfectly still, blending in with the submerged logs and decaying leaves. Only its nostrils and eyes, positioned on top of its head, break the surface of the water, allowing it to breathe and watch without revealing its massive form. The capybara is completely oblivious to the mortal danger that is just inches away. The strike is a blur of motion, an explosion of water, and raw, reptilian power. The anaconda lunges forward, its jaws gaping wide. It seizes the capybara by the head, its sharp, backward-pointing teeth sinking in and preventing any chance of escape. The capybara struggles frantically, but it is no match for the snake's strength. Immediately, the anaconda begins to coil its immense body around its victim. The water churns as the struggle unfolds, a desperate fight for life against the silent, suffocating power of the constrictor. The immense pressure builds with every passing second. The anaconda does not crush the bones of its prey, it simply squeezes tighter and tighter until the capybara can no longer breathe. The struggle subsides, and the river grows quiet once more. The snake has won. Slowly and deliberately, it will begin the long process of swallowing its meal whole, a feat made possible by its incredibly flexible jaws. It is a brutal yet efficient act of survival, a stark reminder that in the Amazon, the line between life and death is as thin and as fluid as the water itself. High in the canopy, a family of howler monkeys moves through the branches. Their deep guttural calls echo through the forest, a sound that is as much a part of the Amazon as the rustling of leaves or the flow of the river. They are on the move, foraging for leaves and fruit, their prehensile tails providing a secure fifth limb as they navigate their arboreal world. A young monkey, absorbed in a juicy fruit, strays a little too far from the safety of the group. It is a small mistake, a momentary lapse in concentration, but in this world, that is often all it takes. From a high perch nearly a mile away, a pair of eyes has been watching. A harpy eagle, the winged phantom of the canopy, has been soaring on the thermal currents, scanning the treetops below. Its eyesight is extraordinary, able to spot a monkey from a distance that would seem impossible to us. It has locked onto the young howler monkey, identifying it as a potential target. With a slight adjustment of its broad wings, the eagle begins its descent. Not in a steep dive, but in a long, silent glide, using the cover of the dense foliage to mask its approach. The eagle moves with incredible speed and agility, weaving through the branches with a grace that belies its great size. The monkeys below are completely unaware of the approaching danger from above. The young monkey continues to feed, its back to the sky. The eagle's approach is a masterpiece of stealth and timing. It closes the final distance in a sudden burst of speed, its enormous talons spread wide, ready for the kill. The shadow of the eagle falls over the monkey for just a fraction of a second before the impact. The strike is swift and final. There is a brief cry of alarm from the monkey and a chorus of panicked howls from its family, but it is too late. The eagle's talons, each one a sharp and powerful dagger, find their mark. The hunt is over in an instant. With a powerful beat of its wings, the magnificent bird of prey lifts its heavy prize and begins the journey back to its nest. The other monkeys scatter, their calls of alarm fading into the vastness of the forest. The law of the canopy has been enforced, a dramatic and sudden reminder that death can, and often does, come from the sky. The Amazon is a world of constant struggle, a relentless and beautiful battle for survival. From the sun-dappled floor to the highest canopy, and in the dark, mysterious depths of its rivers, the drama of life and death plays out every single moment. The jaguar, the caiman, the anaconda, and the harpy eagle are the apex predators of this realm, each a perfect product of evolution, superbly adapted to its own particular niche. They are the ultimate hunters, the kings and queens of their domains, and their presence shapes the entire ecosystem. Their lives are intertwined in a complex and delicate web. The jaguar may hunt the caiman, the anaconda may take a young jaguar by the water's edge, and the remains of any of their kills will be picked clean by countless smaller scavengers. Nothing is wasted here. Every life and every death fuels the continuation of the whole. It is a cycle that has been turning for millions of years, a grand orchestral performance with an infinite number of players, each with its vital part to play in the grand symphony of the jungle. But this ancient world is now facing a new and unprecedented threat. The sound of the chainsaw now echoes where once only the call of the monkey was heard. The fires that clear the land for cattle and crops burn with a destructive force that even the most powerful storm cannot match. The balance is being tipped, and the great predators, who need vast territories to roam and hunt, are often the first to suffer. Their survival is inextricably linked to the survival of the forest itself. As we stand on the banks of this mighty river, surrounded by the sights and sounds of this incredible wilderness, we are reminded of both its strength and its fragility. The struggle for survival here is timeless, a raw and honest reflection of the natural world. The Amazon is one of our planet's greatest treasures, a vast library of life that we are only just beginning to understand. To lose it would be to lose a part of ourselves. Its future, and the future of the magnificent creatures that call it home, is now in our hands.